Y'all, did I see the conference with Donald Trump? That was like he was missing for 2 days over the weekend, and everybody thought he passed away. I ain't gonna lie, that man is the most funniest, shadiest man, orange man anybody could ever find on this earth. That man is funny as fuck. He said Biden was going for months and nobody said nothing about him. And he was not in his best condition. You didn't have to throw that shit at my uncle like that. We know my uncle old. We dying for you to get up out the chair. We dying for you to get up out this earth, Trump. We got excited for no reason. We was damn happy for nothing. How dare you sit there and talk about my uncle like that? We know Biden is not in his best condition, but he was a damn good president. I'm just playing, I don't know. But you, only thing we like you for is for your stimulus. Other than that, all these bills, regulations, rules, laws, everything you saying, we don't want to hear it. We don't want to deal with it. Damn. So with that being said, Trump, keep my uncle name out your mouth. He's out the office now. It's you. We liked it on Biden. We don't like you.
Hi, sweetie pies. How are you all doing? My name is Olivia, and thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, I really want to appreciate you all for subscribing and showing love. It means a lot to me. Okay, so guys, the internet was wild these past weeks. Black Sports reaction got me thinking. Like, we all heard about the supposedly death of Trump, right? And then finding out that he's still alive, man. People are like, damn, what's happening? Social media started running with rumor that he has passed. And before nobody could even check it, Black Twitter already had the obituaries out there, fully typed. And then comment section was like, and that right there, that's crazy, right? So it's about what Trump represents for a lot of black folks actually. He's been the face of division, racism, crackdowns and giving white supremacists the green light and stuff like that. So when people thought he was gone, that laughter was low-key relieved, mixed with years of frustrations and stuff like that. And then when he pops up on the golf, of course people are like looking alive and well, and everybody's like, oh, he's still here. You get. So tell me in the comment section, what was your reaction when you heard Trump has passed away? How did you feel? And then when you heard his resurrection, of course, how was your reaction? Like, what did you feel? What did you think? What was the first thing that came to your mind? Let me know all that in the comment section, okay? And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and support the channel by subscribing to the channel. So guys, let's keep watching the videos together.
So since y'all wanted to have me believe in a false dream, bitch, I don't want to talk to nobody who was a part of making that Trump is not alive rumor. You're mad weird. Y'all sitting up here and y'all playing with people's emotions. Y'all knew what y'all was doing and do not talk to me. Worst day ever. Cause why the fuck was he seen playing golf this morning? Why? I just woke up to a video of him up and kicking and clapping in a MAGA hat. What? Y'all have officially lost the plot. Why would y'all lie to us? How dare you guys tell us things that aren't true? Y'all really had people happy about the party, about to pop champagne, about to take off a day of work, all for it to be a lie? Y'all are very much so weird. I will be blocking people. And yeah, so today is gonna be the day where I get into it with a lot of people because now I'm mad. Now I'm cranky and now I'm mad. So y'all gonna have to deal with it.
And I'm gonna just be the first one to say it. I'm actually happy that Donald Trump did not pass away this weekend. Cause bitch, I want a special day off for you. I don't need you using my already 3-day weekend. I need an extra special day off for you. So if you wanna go on Tuesday, then I can call out for Tuesday. But I'm glad you didn't do it on my 3-day weekend. Okay, bye.
Today, Trump and him held a press conference, and I guess he's alive, and well? I mean, honestly, no. He must be feeling well because he is lying like he's feeling his best self. I mean, whether it's talking about moving the Space Command from Colorado to Alabama and saying that Colorado clearly doesn't care about free and fair elections because they have mail-in voting, or saying that he would take a phone call from Governor Pritzker because there's such a bad problem in Chicago. I saw on a network, he says, that there were 12 African-American black folks who were begging Trump to show up and send the troops in. And so he's still talking about how he wants to send troops to Chicago. And he talks about how DC is now safe, which it was safe before this. And actually the residents of DC feel less safe now that there's all these National Guards just out there for no reason. He talks about how LA would have burned to the ground. Now, reminder on that, by the way, is that LA, safe. Unnamed masked operatives show up kidnapping people in LA. Residents of LA say, we don't know who you are. You can't just take folks like that, and start to push back because a good citizen and a good resident would keep folks from getting kidnapped. Then Trump sends in the National Guard to squelch the protests that were a byproduct of the police escalation and the militarization of the moment because folks were getting kidnapped. And so Trump created the very problem he solved. And then he created a fake problem because one guy got beat up by some high schoolers and then solved it in DC. And now he's saying he wants to solve a problem in Chicago. And that just tells me, I know that over the weekend we're like, is he, is he gone? But the truth is that that spirit of just evil lives so deep in him that even if he was down, even if he had a stroke, allegedly, as some people are saying, he got off of his bed of affliction to lie to the American people and terrorize us again. And then tell us, gaslight us into believing that not only is this terrorizing okay and good for us and our safety, but the tariffs that are making life more expensive is the way that America is the hottest it's ever been. So he's alive, but he's definitely not well. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Looks like Donald Trump is alive and is here with us. Is he well? That is up to you guys to determine. He showed up 45 minutes late for his proof of life press conference, and for the first half hour talked about relocating the Space Command Center to Huntsville, Alabama, and then did a roll call of everyone on his cabinet and officials from Alabama. But when asked about the question of rumors of his death, he acted like he didn't know what we were talking about.
Something completely different, but about a big viral social media trend over the weekend. How did you find out over the weekend that you were dead? You see that?
No.
People didn't see it for a couple days. 1.3 million user engagements as of Saturday morning about your demise.
Really? I didn't see that. You know, I have heard it's sort of crazy, but last week I did numerous news conferences, all successful. They went very well, like this is going very well. And then I didn't do any for 2 days, and they said there must be something wrong with him. Biden wouldn't do them for months. You wouldn't see him. And nobody ever said there was ever anything wrong with him, and we know he wasn't in the greatest of shape. No, I heard that. I get reports.
There was an obvious smile on JD Vance's face when that question came about, as if he was like gleefully like, oh man, the thought of Trump dying. But for a president to not address the nation in 5 days, even in the middle of a school shooting happening, and to come back out and your main point of your conference is this Huntsville, Alabama relocation of the Space Command Center and not addressing your nation is the very reason why we think something's wrong. He is also trying to justify his militarization of Washington, D.C. by trying to continuously paint D.C. as this crime-ridden, Gotham City-esque like place where people can't walk down the street and people are dying every day. And he keeps going back to the same rhetoric because he's saying, I'm not maybe going to go into Chicago. I am going to send troops into Chicago. I am going to send troops into New York. I am going to send troops into Baltimore and to Boston. And he keeps saying that LA is proof that my tactics work. You know, LA was a crime-ridden place, and now because of the National Guard, LA is safe. He even went as far to say that black people, the African Americans, the blacks, are asking people to bring in the National Guard into Chicago because they want the National Guard in Chicago. Not a single black person has ever asked for increased police force or police surveillance. Not a soul. Stop lying. Why you always lying? What are we talking about? It is not normal for the President of the United States to send its own militarized army against its own citizens as the commander of the arms. The army is not here to be used against its citizens. We have seen this in dictatorships throughout the world in modern times, militarized dictatorships. I don't understand why people are taking this so lightly and why it's not being questioned more. That he is using totalitarian dictator-esque things and it's just being allowed to happen. Each day we don't talk about the Epstein files. Each day we allow him to break the Constitution. Each day we allow him to take over another city. Each day we allow him to continuously lie on camera. And each day we don't ask about his fucking health because he's clearly not well. Is each day that we are allowing ourselves to fall into dictatorship.
So Donald Trump kept people waiting for nearly an hour for his 2:00 announcement to break it to the world that he's moving Space Force Command out of Colorado to Alabama. Okay. Filed under, could have been an email, but I guess the idea was to show proof of life, to show that he's still alive and well. Done and dusted. Well, I don't know about well, but alive. Definitely alive. Well, yeah. But, you know, yeah.
Okay, he appears to be alive, but I am still suspicious. Give me a couple days and put my tinfoil hat back on. We're going to come up with another theory because I don't believe what I'm seeing. I don't care. Shut up. Shut up. And I say that because my dad had congestive heart failure. He had COPD. My dad was in the hospital and everybody was worried. You know, hey, what's going on? I said, Dad, let's just make a little Facebook video. Let the people know you're okay, that you on the mend, that things are looking up. My dad made that video. He said, you know, I'm feeling better. I'm getting back up and everything's fine. Less than 2 weeks later, he was gone. So, I don't believe. Just give me a couple days. My little tinfoil hat will be back on. But something in my spirit is not sitting right. It's not what it appears to be. Because look at all the people behind him, how concerned they look. Just give me a couple days.
I'm here to suggest that there might be something else going on with Trump in addition to his failing health. There's no question that he is fading fast. That 3-hour thing last week was just ballistically weird. I've never put those two words together before, so. He has taken a few big hits recently. Court ruling on Friday about the tariffs, which was not in his favor, claiming that Japan was giving him $550 billion to lower the tariff rate. Japan came out and said, no, not true. And then Japan canceled their meeting this week. You don't fuck with the Japanese. You don't insult them. They are very much a people about honor. Trump doesn't get that, nor does he get that when it came to dealing with China and would make these false claims. And then China would come out with their spokesperson and say, no, that we didn't agree to anything. India, dude, has not been taking Trump's phone calls. Reports are that Trump has tried calling 4 times, and that guy's not picking up the phone because Trump has insulted him on so many levels. He said, stop saying that you solved this war situation with Pakistan. You had nothing to do with it. Trump doubled, tripled, just never let up on that. So India's done with him. And then the 50% tariffs on India, not on Russia, like he said he would do. Tariff ruling, not being invited to Shanghai summit, Japan canceling, India not taking his calls. He has been hit. That's 4. That's 4 things. 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 is So he hasn't talked to the press in 7 or 8 days, but of course he hasn't. They're going to ask about all these things. He doesn't want to talk about those things. He's a failing backup across the board, and he knows it. He knows it. And then he walked away with nothing from that Alaska summit, other than maybe some plans moving forward with Trump Tower in Moscow. Personally, I don't think he's going to be around long enough to see his ballroom come to completion.